To start off our competition makeup, we're going to want to set down a primer. This could just be a basic moisturizer, a foundation/face primer, or a combination of the two. Today, I will be doing a combination of the two. First, I will put down the moisturizer and let it dry, and then put the primer on the dancer's face, starting on the T-zone and then working my way out from there. Next, we're going to choose any foundation in your dancer's skin tone. I would suggest a full coverage, long-wearing foundation for competition so you have a solid base and the foundation won't wear off throughout the day. Start by pumping the foundation on the back of your hand or dotting it on your dancer's face. Take a brush or a sponge and blend the foundation. Don't forget to blend down the neck and all the way to the hairline. The next step is eyebrows. For the brows, you can use a pencil, powder, or a pomade. Today I'll be using a brow pomade. To do your brows, you want to start by making a line at the bottom of the brow. Next, do the same at the top of the brow, connecting both lines at the tail. From there, fill in the brow shading between both lines. A step that isn't necessary but is recommended is to clean up the brows with concealer. I'm taking a small brush with concealer on it and going with it right under the brow bone and repeating this step on the top. Blend out the concealer with the same sponge you used for your foundation. Pick a concealer that is a shade or two lighter than your dancer's skin tone. We are going to put the concealer on the high points of the face and the under eyes. First, make an upside-down triangle shape under the eye with concealer. Next, down the bridge of the nose, a dot on the chin, a dot on the forehead, and lines underneath the cheekbones. Blend this all the way out. Now we need to set the foundation and concealer with powder. You can use a powder the color of your dancer's skin or a translucent powder. It also doesn't matter if the powder is pressed or loose. Everything works perfectly fine as long as it sets the face in place. Powder the whole face and then focus the powder on the areas that you applied concealer, especially underneath the eyes. To make sure the eye makeup stays on your dancer all day, it's a good idea to use an eye base. You can use a concealer, or if you already have an eyeshadow primer on hand, use that. Both work the same way. Put this on your dancer's eye and blend all the way out with a sponge or your finger. Lay down a powder over the eye primer to set it. I just used a white eyeshadow. We are not requiring you to purchase a specific palette for this makeup look. We'll be creating a brown smoky eye that can be created with a number of different palettes. You may already have most of these colors in your personal collection or colors that are close enough that will create the same effect. We are going to start off by using a very light brown/tan shade, also called a transition shade. We're going to take a fluffy brush to apply this color to the crease using windshield wiper motions to blend this out fully. Next, we will be taking a light brown shade using a fluffy brush. Apply this to the crease using the same windshield wiper and circular motions. Depending on the pigmentation of your eyeshadow, you may need to do a few layers of this color to build up the intensity. Next, take a medium brown shade on a fluffy brush and repeat what we have done in the last two steps. We are trying to build up color and intensity. Take a dark brown shade on a smaller fluffy brush and blend it into the crease to deepen up the look, giving the eye dimension back. Build up this color a few times to make sure it's fully there and blend it all the way out. Take a small brush and pick up a very small amount of black. Be careful with this color as too much can turn a smoky eye into a raccoon eye. Take the black and apply it directly into the crease. Using a different fluffy brush from what you picked up the black with, carefully blend the black into the crease, making sure not to take it all the way up to the brow bone. Keep it concentrated in the crease. Once the eye look is dark enough and it's fully blended out, take a mix of the medium brown and dark brown eyeshadow and apply using a fluffy brush to the outer half of the eyelid. Using a blending brush, blend the outer lid shade into the crease so the two blend together. Taking a bright gold shade and a flat brush, apply this color to the inner half of the lid. Using a small blending brush, blend the outer half of the lid to the inner half of the lid. Make sure the gold color is bright. Finally, take a light champagne highlighting color and applied it to the inner corner of your dancer's eye to make the eye look more awake and open. Take a black eye pencil and line both the top and bottom waterline. Next, you can use the same eye pencil or a liquid eyeliner. I suggest a liquid liner just because it lasts longer and is, for me, easier to work with while doing a winged liner. Draw a line across the eye as close as possible to the lash line. Now it's time to create the wing. First, draw a line from the outer corner of the eye up. Make sure to not take it any farther than the tail of the eyebrow. It should be in closer than that, but never farther than that. Then, from the point of the line that you just drew, take that line and create another one to draw it back into the eye. Shade any space that's between it, and then you have your wing. If you need to, you can clean up your wing to make it more sharp with a flat brush and concealer like we did with the brows. Next, it's time for everybody's favorite part, the false lashes. Lashes have a few precise steps that need to be followed to make sure they go on as easy as possible and stay on all day. Step 1. Measure the lashes to your dancer's eye. Most likely, they're going to be bigger than your dancer's eyelid and will need trimming. Step 2. Take a pair of scissors and cut the lashes to the size of your dancer's eye. Make sure to cut the lashes from the outside edge where the lashes are longer. Do not cut from the shorter inside of the lash. Once your lash is the size of your dancer's eye, by trimming them from the outside, take eyelash glue and paint it on the lash band. Blow on the glue until it is tacky. Next, when the glue becomes tacky, it's time to apply the lashes. You might find this step easier to do with tweezers. That's part of what I'll be doing today. Place the lashes down as close to the lash line as possible, starting by placing it down in the middle and then pushing down the outside edge and inside edge. Hold the lashes in place and blow on them to dry them before you have your dancer open their eye. Repeat these steps for both eyes. Finally, apply black mascara to the upper lashes to blend your dancer's natural lashes to the false lashes, as well as applying mascara to the lower lashes as well. Now it's time to finish up the face. Take a bronzer and apply it to under the cheekbones and temple. Take blush and apply it to the apple of your dancer's cheeks. Have them smile for this step for easier application. Finally, this step is optional. Using a highlight shade, apply highlighter to the upper cheekbone, bridge of the nose, and above the eyebrow. Next is lipstick. Please choose a red color for your dancer and apply to their lips. Finally, this is an optional but suggested step if your dancer has a long day ahead of them. Apply setting spray to your dancer's face and then dry it off. This will help lock in the makeup to prevent the need of reapplication later in the day. And with that, you are all done.